Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Nyix Podcast, a Star Wars reference almost as obscure as this podcast. And today we have Kanye on the show. What's going on, Kanye?
Hello, everyone. Hello, I'm Kanye Midwest.
Yeah. How's the divorce going?
Doing good. I've been
Good?
handling it better than I thought I would.
What about the presidential race? I noticed you're not president yet.
Yeah, I'm not president. Pete Davidson's really taking everything from me.
Pete Davidson's the president?
No, I mean, he might be in the running soon. He took my wife, he took my kids.
Oh, yeah.
He's
When's the
gonna take your
last time you saw
presidential
them?
election too.
I don't know.
All of this and so much more on this episode of the podcast. I feel like that's a good point to roll the intro.
Well, if you guys didn't realize, we don't actually have Kanye West, unfortunately, on the podcast. Maybe
He said it was
Whoa.
Kanye Midwest, not
Actually,
Kanye West.
Sorry.
I'm
Excuse
Kanye
you.
Midwest.
my bad. Well, unfortunately, neither of them are going to be accompanying us today. Instead, we get amazing, wonderful, great, awesome other adjectives. Twitch streamer, and I don't consider him a YouTuber, but he's got one video on YouTube. You should all check
Let's
it out.
go.
YouTube.com/VocalError, except for it's not that because YouTube doesn't give you your own URL. But he is twitch.tv/ is it vocal_error?
No, it's just VocalError.
Oh, okay. Well,
Gotta
anyways,
keep on brand. Just VocalError.
anyways, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
I've never said
I
that
feel
before.
I feel very honored to be here on the 5th episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you should be. You are our first guest.
I definitely
mean-
wasn't that honored, and I'm basically a returning guest every time. So
Also,
Um,
kind of both of your podcasts.
I don't know, man. I've gotten my intro privileges stripped away from me.
I
I was
I
supposed.
I am on YouTube. I will post a screenshot of me on Discord saying that you had until the podcast started to say that you wanted to do the intro, and you said no because you were being stubborn about it.
It's photoshopped.
So I'm not that good yet. Maybe one day. Maybe
Those
one day.
messages may have been exchanged, but it was about the principle. Okay,
The principal.
you said that I was not allowed to do it, and so I refused to do.
I didn't say you weren't allowed to do it. I said I'd like to do it, but if you want to do it, we can make it work.
Technicalities.
Anyways, enough of your being a whatever you are. Vocal. What's going on?
It's been going,
Yeah,
been going.
yeah. So I've actually known Vocal for a decent amount of time now. I think we met in like the summer of 2020 when you first tuned in to a streamer friend of ours. It's Kudos, who actually has fallen off the face of the earth, but
R.I.P.
Um,
Kudos.
Kudos. But
Clarify,
so
he's just not streaming anymore.
yeah, he's
for
not
anybody.
streaming. He's not dead. Okay, it's okay.
Yeah,
He's
I don't-
alive.
I don't know, man.
I mean that's true. I mean he hasn't. We haven't had any reason to believe he's not dead.
Oh my
Yeah,
goodness.
I mean, I texted him like a couple weeks ago.
And he didn't respond.
No, he responded.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, between now and then, anything can happen.
You're right.
Yeah. Car accidents. They're
Wow.
big issue.
Very pessimistic.
No, but I think Ben, you met Vocal through the Minecraft server I started last year called SMP Ultimate.
Yes, that was actually the first time I met him, and it was kind of funny. Actually, no, we didn't meet until season 2 because I don't know. Did you participate in
Uh,
season 1?
Vocal
I
was
was, like,
you
at
were
the
there for
end.
like the last 2 weeks or whatever. but
Okay,
he-
so
he
I
was
definitely
off doing
dropped
his own
off.
thing.
I definitely dropped off after like the first week on that server because season 1 I hit the first week really hard and then I kind of fell off because I got I don't know if I got wore out or if I got busy. I have a bad
Probably
habit
both.
of not continuing to play.
Yeah.
But we really met in season 2 and we actually based together and we did a lot of cool stuff.
Yeah, we bonded over Create.
Yes. A mod.
Also, for those of you who don't know, SMP Ultimate was a server that I created. last year. And I invited a lot of streamers and just some of my friends along as well. And it was a really good time. And
Honestly-
maybe we'll do it again, but I have no plans at any time soon.
Yeah, pretty successful project, honestly. I think you were saying you did pretty good view wise on your content creation for that
Yeah,
one.
when I was like really into streaming and stuff, when I was doing the server, I did pulled a few numbers occasionally. It was pretty alright.
Yeah. We've been pushing
Vocal-
to try and do a project again like that to get a bunch of people together, just kind of
Yeah.
something mutually beneficial, and it's been a struggle.
It's been because we don't have exactly anything. I don't know. We don't want to just recreate what we already got, and it's kind of hard to know what we want to
Making-
do.
Yeah, making new ideas
Also,
is
it's
hard.
not like on our priority list yet, anyways.
But since then, Vocal has become much more into streaming.
Yep.
This is true.
Has hit affiliate. What was it? This beginning of this year, or was it the end of last year?
Beginning of this year. I mean, I didn't stream last year. I didn't like stream because like my PC wasn't as good enough.
Oh,
So
yeah.
like I like did like test streams to like run my specs, but I started streaming like February of this year.
February of this year, and you
Yeah.
already hit affiliate.
And I hit affiliate May.
I'd like
Okay.
to let you know that I first got into streaming like end of 2018, and I hit affiliate in the spring of 2020.
What's the requirement for affiliate? You guys have kind of
Um,
thrown that around. I've
Oh yeah,
never
so
actually done-
basically on Twitch, to all of our viewers, an affiliate, once you hit affiliate, that's when you can actually start making money on Twitch with like bits and subs and gifted subs or whatever else form of
basically people paying money on
people
it,
paying for you
on the
pretty much.
streams.
Also, I think you start getting paid with ads too, but you get like 2 cents a month, so don't expect big stuff going from that. But in order to hit affiliate on Twitch, you need an average of in a 30-day period, you need 50 followers. You need to stream 7 days, and you not in a row, but just 7 days in a 30-day period, and you need an average of 3 viewers for those 30 days from all the streams that you did, and then you are able to make money basically.
And once you have affiliate, is that something that you like can't lose?
If you don't stream
if
for
you
a
don't stream
year.
for a year, you'll lose it. But there's
Oh,
no other
okay.
way to lose affiliate.
So it takes a really long time to not be an affiliate.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why I'm
Zeus
still an
is still
affiliate. Yeah, that's why I'm still an affiliate.
In spite of not streaming for several months.
I love that everyone. We just all know. We just all know that I don't stream anymore.
You're
Let's
gonna
see.
lose it one day.
I know. One day I'm gonna be like, oh my goodness, I didn't stream in a year. What? I streamed I streamed at the end of March, and I streamed June, and then I streamed like 2 days ago. And
Just stream like 11
been
months
nice.
apart. So you'll never lose it.
yeah,
Yeah, how did
I'm
that-
I'm just like making sure that I barely don't lose affiliate.
how did your stream go this week? I saw somebody in your Discord was actually asking you to stream again.
It genuinely could have been worse. I think I had an average of 2 viewers, which, considering I haven't streamed in a long time and most of the community doesn't exist anymore, 2 viewers is not the worst.
Yeah,
That was the average.
interesting.
So I think it went up to like 3 or 4 at one point, but
so
yeah.
I guess
Big
kinda-
numbers, big numbers.
Yeah, big
yeah,
numbers.
big numbers. Vocal, you actually like for only having like, do you have 100 followers yet? No, you're over 100 followers now, right?
I hit 120 something like this week.
But for having like that few, and I'm not saying like I have more, I'm at like 210 or whatever, but you do some decent numbers on your streams, don't you?
Yeah. I mean, this stream I did today actually wasn't that great, but I've
Oh.
been averaging like 3, 4 for
Yeah.
most of my streams.
I know I haven't been in your streams super recently, but I feel like towards the beginning of the summer, I came in streams where you were like 5 to 7 for a good amount of time.
Yeah,
Maybe
that's
not
when
the
I was
entire time.
That's when I was like consistent. I was like streaming like 3 times a week, I guess.
And that's kind of like the big thing with Twitch streaming. I don't know if you'd agree with me or not, but I feel like you should. Is consistency is like huge. if
Yeah,
you like really want a steady viewership.
I feel
Is
like you are really consistent and you get like this community that like learns to stay there for you and not like your gameplay or a certain like category that you have,
I,
then it's easy.
I think it's interesting because it's like you can almost build like habits into people. It's like, oh, it's, you know, Thursday night or, Tuesday night. It's like, oh, my streamer's usually going right now. It's like, let me go check in on what they're doing. So
yeah,
it's like,
it's,
especially with Twitch notifications and stuff, I had to go in and turn them off recently because I like followed a bunch of people that I don't actually watch.
Oh,
And then I
man.
was just getting all kinds of notifications. So it's
yeah,
like, you get the notifications, and if it happens at a consistent time, I feel like you can almost build habits and be like, get people to show up regularly.
yeah. And
But
I
I
would
have a
always,
schedule.
yeah, I would, and when I was super consistent, I would always announce on my Discord like that I was live or whatever. But like people knew, okay, today's Thursday night, like he's gonna be live. And man, it's been a long time since I was consistent. Oh my goodness. What was that like? The beginning of 2021
Oh,
when I was
man.
really consistent. It was
Has
like
it been that long?
mid 2020. Yeah. It's been a
Wow.
while since I've been consistent. I came back for a bit, kind of consistent, the beginning of this year, but then I had to stop because again, I failed at balancing classes and streaming, so I almost failed again.
You're kind of in limbo right now, though, because you're not really sure the direction you want to take your channel.
Yeah.
But, I mean, you know kind of where you want to take it, but it's like we're not in a place where you can like start streaming stuff yet.
Yeah. So, Vocal actually, I don't think he knows anything about this, but I don't really want to do gaming stuff anymore. But also I still play video games on stream, but I want to move away from that, but I'm not exactly sure where to go because my just chatting game is weak. So,
Yeah, you said you were gonna move towards more like IRL content, right?
well, maybe not for streaming, but yeah, I definitely want to do more vlogs. Vlogs are a ton of fun. That Disney World vlog was like insanely awesome to
like-
make, and
It's a tradition now. You have to
Play
mention it
every single
podcast.
episode.
Every
Fuck
single
it. What else
episode.
what else am I going to talk about? I haven't made another video since.
We've got some plans actually for some really easy videos. I say
Oh,
easy
yeah.
now.
Oh, well, the one that we were talking about like yesterday.
We can announce that one, I feel like.
We can announce that one. Okay, so basically everybody, drum roll, please. I'll add it in post.
Okay.
I can't really drum roll.
I can't.
Impression's too high. I can't drum roll.
No, it's in post. It's in post. You can stop. It's in post. It's in post. We are going to go video eventually.
That was the worst announcement ever.
That was horrible.
We even got a drum roll and everything for you to say
Just that?
eventually.
So we don't have a space right now to do a video podcast, but we have some ideas for building a set and we want to do it ourselves. So that'll probably be a video that goes up on my channel and maybe Ben's channel if he wants to, do something with it.
You
I'm
you
still
could have
trying
it
to
like
decide.
you could have like Beast do like the general like, oh, here's what we did, like we bought this and this and then we put it in, and then Ben has like the technical like, oh, I had
Yeah,
to link all
actually,
these.
Yeah, no, Ben should do technical stuff of all our projects and I'll just do the interesting for the people
That's
who don't
what
care.
I want to do. I told
Hey
you
guys,
that.
Ben
That's
fell
perfect.
off the staircase while carrying this.
Yeah, I'll just be like,
Like,
hey guys.
here's how I built a hot
Yeah, I
wire
know.
to cut the foam for our set.
Yeah, so we already have a very good, in my opinion, good idea for a set.
It's not
So,
super detailed yet,
That's
but
true.
we've got the general direction we want to take it. Although I suppose having guests on with a video podcast, it makes it a lot more difficult.
Don't worry, we'll just fly them out.
Yeah, I'll go out to Colorado.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or you put it, you make the set in a van, and then you just
There you
road
go.
I don't
trip.
know. No, you know
road
what we,
trip
you know
around
what we do?
Texas.
No, what we do is since Vocal's by the way, guys, Vocal is a VTuber.
I'm a VTuber.
What we have him do is he just puts his VTuber character in front of a green background, and we just put him in. We just green screen him into the set.
Yeah.
He makes his appearance digitally.
That would work.
It would. I mean, would it look good, maybe not, but like
I mean,
since
I would
when was
just have
that?
to. I'd have to like do an OBS recording and just mute myself, and then you could just have my VTuber
Yep.
On
have a
background.
recording. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That
Then the
could work.
green screen might not be necessary. You could just clip me in.
That's
That's true.
assuming we'll have you back on the podcast.
Wow.
I'm
Everyone
real.
everyone would love me here, right, guys?
He's already banishing you. He's like, you didn't even get 15 minutes into the first episode, and you're banned.
This
So-
is even faster than Ben.
I know you got banned faster than I did.
No. Watch this. This is gonna be our like most viewed episode of the podcast. I guarantee it.
And then we're gonna have to have you back.
Yeah.
Yep. Because and everyone's gonna comment saying, "Wow, this should really be a 3-person podcast."
All right, guys,
No,
come on.
no, don't do
Hit-
it.
Hit the like, follow. Keep replaying this podcast to bring me back.
5 stars.
5
5 stars
stars.
on Apple Podcasts, with a review saying something about Vocal that's nice or not nice. I don't care either way. As
I
long as it's
care.
5
As
stars.
long as it's 5 stars.
As long as it's 5 stars. You can technically rate 5 stars on Spotify. No review though. I don't know.
Really?
It's okay. Share it
It's
to
kinda
all
wild.
your family members. tell them to watch this podcast.
I don't know about that one. We know a lot of these people.
Yeah, I'd rather
Don't worry
I'd rather
about it.
not everybody we know knows we have a podcast.
I know.
I
More
think
and
it's
more
gonna
people keep
happen though.
figuring it out 'cause
Yeah.
we're just casually having a conversation about it, and somebody walks up and they're like, "Oh, you guys have a podcast?"
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, technically.
Yeah, tonight somebody came up and they're like, "You have a podcast?" They're like, "Yeah," and they're like, "It's probably cringe," and I was like, "Wow,
Ouch.
Didn't even
I was
give it a
like,
shot.
Yeah, yeah.
didn't
They didn't
even
even-
give it a shot."
They didn't even hear the nerdy name, and they were like,
Yeah.
"Wow, cringe."
I don't know. Our name is great, and also our intro is superb. We're not
Apparently
allowed to
people liked
become.
it.
We're not allowed to become bigger though, or else it won't work anymore. Because
Really?
it's an obscure Star Wars reference.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Almost as obscure as this podcast.
True.
So everybody, psych, unsubscribe. I'm kidding. No, we'll figure something out. A Star Wars reference, more obscure than this podcast.
There you go.
But then, if you think
One
about it,
day.
everybody who knows about the podcast will also know about the reference.
Star Wars reference. True.
Oh my goodness, it's like
Dude, it's a-
Inception.
it's
I've
a
never watched that
self-defeating intro.
movie.
That's
Oh
a great movie.
man,
You should watch it.
yeah, you've but no, Vocal, getting back to streaming, what was like beginning on Twitch like for you?
I don't know. I started Twitch as like a fun, like, haha, hey guys, I'm streaming thing, you know?
Yeah.
And then I wasn't going to be a VTuber. Like once I like started like getting more followers and viewers, I wasn't planning on being a VTuber, but then my friend like brought up the idea, and he was just like, "Hey, I've been getting into 3D modeling and stuff, and like making 3D models." And he made me a model for free, and then kind of like just like learned on my own how to like rig it and stuff. And I was like networking with a bunch of artists.
Mhm.
That's the best kind of learning, in my opinion. It's like where you're just like messing around and having fun. That's something I've always really
Yeah.
wanted to do. Actually, was get into like 3D modeling and then start rigging stuff. Just because like mocap, I've got all the equipment actually at my house to do mocap. So like if we wanted to do like a mocap video where we animated something cool, we could totally do that. I've got all
So-
the equipment. I'm so uninspired. I have nothing to mocap.
So what I'm hearing is that Ben wants to be a VTuber.
No.
It's a lot.
Right
And
into the history
it's,
books.
It's more simple than that.
Exactly.
It's more simple than
Well,
that.
you got to start somewhere, and being a VTuber is a great place to start for you, especially.
No,
Yeah.
I don't have it in
I'll
me
pass,
to stream.
but like,
I don't have it in me to stream. Talking to a live audience, man, I just can't handle it.
that's the part of VTubing that you don't like.
I can
It's not-
barely talk to a camera.
Not the fact that it's an anime character.
I don't know. Some of the models and stuff that these people come up with are very,
Actually-
very creative.
Gotta say, Vocal, we're gonna throw a screenshot up unless I don't. Your model is honestly pretty nice because for those who don't know, Vocal's branding is basically like a penguin. But his
Yeah.
model isn't a penguin, but his model, like, if you squint hard enough, you're like, oh, that's a penguin.
I mean, that's not what I was really going for, but I mean, hey, that works. I don't know. I was thinking like more
But
of like
I mean,
me in like a penguin hoodie, you know?
yeah,
There you
but like almost, but even with with the thing, the way you're like, you have like the black hair with like uh white face. I don't know, man. And then like the penguin hoodie, so it's kind of like a penguin face, but human with like a penguin body as the hoodie. If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
This is a very long audio description of something you can just put a picture up of.
Well, I don't want to hear it.
Yeah, I
Um,
mean, I guess the interesting thing for me too is like, do you just like one day download OBS, which is like a streaming software, and just like hit stream, or like was there a process you went to before that? I mean, obviously you got to set up all the equipment and stuff, but like
Uh,
from like a mental standpoint, like for me, I just can't imagine the process of starting.
I mean, kind of, not really. My friend was like looking at like streaming and stuff, and he was just like, we do a lot of stupid things, right? So if we just like broadcast it for fun, we could like, maybe attract some people, but it's mainly for just like us. And then we could like go back, look at the VODs, clip it, just like have like a memory of just like we we just like did this.
Messing around.
Yeah, like it was like me and like a couple other people, and we were just like, yeah, streaming would be cool, like we could try it out. But
Interesting.
they gave it up. I'm the only one left.
Also with all the streamer friends that I got through SMP Ultimate, they also all quit.
It's okay. I have new friends now.
I might bleep them out, but both and both of them deleted their discords and don't stream anymore.
R.I.P.
So
Good
it's
people.
interesting. Though some could argue that I also quit streaming.
True.
But
This
you
is
just
true.
you just didn't have the
I didn't officially do it.
yeah, you didn't have the motivation to delete your Discord yet.
No, I had so little motivation to delete the Discord that I streamed, so I didn't have to.
Wow. He's like one stream every couple of months, and then I don't have to delete the Discord.
Yeah.
That's the goal, pretty much.
Okay, and then I guess my next question for you is like, do you have a plan for when you stream stuff, or do you just like, because you mostly do like, you do gaming stuff is what I've seen on your streams, right? So
Yeah.
do you have like a plan for how you want the streams to go and stuff?
No, not at all. I mean, okay, I don't know if I could talk about this, but it's okay. Next week, next week I'm doing like a collab with another VTuber. So where we don't have a plan, we can't really like have an outcome of what happens, how we feel. So like we just have like a general, just like, hey, we could like play this game and then maybe transition into like this segment, and I don't know, just talking about it with like each other, and we just kind of like go with the flow and what chat wants, I guess. So
Interesting.
it's based around them and basically just what happens and how we're feeling at that time.
Yeah, that's something that I've always struggled with. Like we talked about doing a more scripted kind of gameplay for SMP Ultimate one season, and I argued very hard against that because like in my mind it doesn't
Well,
make any sense.
we never wanted to fully script it. We just wanted to
Scripted
like
is the wrong
create
word.
conflicts.
Yeah, but like, you're planning stuff that feels like should happen naturally, right? And that's something that I've never
Yeah, but
understood.
you know what happens naturally is when we go and have a crazy like set up a UN meeting, and then your faction comes out and says, "Oh yeah, we're not mad anymore." Like what?
Okay,
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what happens when you play things
we-
naturally, Benjamin.
if we played it naturally in like season 2 Ultimate, for example, a UN meeting would not work because we were stronger than them by like
Stronger than
miles.
everybody, dude. Literally,
We-
my only thing was that I spent all my time building a castle. That was like my big thing.
Yeah, you
but
were gonna
like
build the tavern and stuff too. That was gonna be cool.
Yeah, I built the tavern in season 3 though. It was pretty nice. No one came. but it was
Yeah,
there.
'cause you never announced anything. You were just
Dude,
like, "Hey guys, it's up by the way."
season 3, what I was doomed to fail from the beginning because I didn't want to do it, but I promised it, so I did it. And I was like, "Well, guys, have fun." And then I even announced like when I ended season 3, I was like, I knew this was gonna be a dumpster fire, but you know, I
Okay.
deliver.
Season 3 was my best season for building.
Yeah, you had that insane like Japanese style the
Oh yeah,
base.
that's right. That was that server, the floating island.
Yeah,
That
it
was
was
pretty fun.
very cool.
And then-
Screenshot? Not actually. I don't have that.
I don't know. I could probably find one for you.
All right, send it
It's
over.
somewhere. It's probably like somewhere in me and Ben's DMs.
It actually probably is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually.
I think you
and-
can search images too in Discord, so you might be able to find it.
I need to
Yeah.
actually go back through and get screenshots of all that stuff that we built, just because we did a lot of cool building. And there's some
Dude.
worlds that I no longer have access to that I was like, man, I put a lot of hours into that build. I wish I had a screenshot of it.
Yeah.
That's one thing I've always been bad about, actually, is like documenting stuff. So it's like, it's weird for me. Like, okay, now I'm the one that's bringing up the Disney World vlog again. But like, it's weird for me because I've never thought of like taking pictures and stuff as like documenting. It was just like, I always just hated taking pictures, right? But it was like, I went back and I watched the Disney World vlog again, a couple of months ago. And it was just like, half of the stuff that was in the video, I didn't even remember happening, right? And I was like,
Yeah.
man, this is so cool to go back and watch this again. It's like, I wish I had more documentation of stuff that I did. So I was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. That's something I'm slowly starting to figure out, is that it's like pictures and like vlogs actually cool for like documenting. That's kind of what you were talking about when you were starting streaming, is you just wanted to kind of document the process and having fun with your friends. I don't know. It's finally starting to click with me.
And that's a big thing with streaming too, is that I mean, who wants to go and like plan like a 2-hour stream? That sounds like an absolute pain.
I don't know. It seems like that's the kind of general consensus that I'm hearing, or that kind of, it feels like the way people do it is like they got like an outline, right? They're like, we're gonna play this game, we're gonna do X process.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna, even like the technical YouTubers and stuff. They're like, we're gonna, build this, or we're gonna code this up. So it's like, that's kind of the way you go into it. And I guess streaming is interesting because things happen much more naturally, right? It's like, as problems occur, the audience gets to see it live. And as, you get into crazy situations, especially playing games, it's like the audience actually gets to see that happening live, as opposed to sometimes when people cut down like highlights and stuff, it's like, it feels fake almost. It's like, okay, this is funny, but like, really, would this like really happen? It's like, whenever I play this game, it's way more mundane.
Yeah, and when you're live, you're like, this never happens, but I was there to see it, Like, there's no way that could be faked. But what I was gonna say, I was so rudely interrupted. I'm kidding.
Wow.
Is that it can be kind of a pain to plan your streams, but also I feel like it's kind of vital if you ever want to turn streams into videos, because nobody wants to, in my opinion, nobody really wants to watch just like you taking a random stream you did and then just cutting it down and like throwing it on YouTube and being like, this is perfect and there's nothing wrong with this. But at the same time, it's almost like if you completely like plan out your entire stream, which I don't think it's always bad, but sometimes it's almost like you feel a little less like this was a stream. It was like more like this is a video with a live audience behind it.
I think sometimes the dangerous thing is people get in their head that they can't go off the script for something. It's like, things starts to take a turn, and instead of following this turn that may be funny or engaging or like, whatever, it's like they're like, no, we got to redirect this back onto the script. And it's like, you got to kind of let things happen.
Yeah, that's a big thing with streaming and stuff. I don't know.
That's something we're kind of trying to figure out with the podcast, dude. It's like we sort of got an outline of what we're going to talk about, and we just got to kind of follow it wherever it goes.
Yeah. Just like on the topic of like turning like VODs into vids. Twitch VODs into YouTube vids.
Oh, okay.
Turning Twitch VODs into YouTube vids. Vocal, do you I know you made a YouTube channel and you uploaded a video like a few months ago.
You
What is
know,
it, like May?
okay. The main issue
But I was
is
just asking, are you gonna do any more of that? Huh?
yeah, I will. I will.
Yeah.
I have this one VOD planned out to like make a video over, but like I feel like I need like a really good VOD for me to do that with. And like my streams, like I'm not saying they were bad streams. I was just saying like streams that were entertaining for me, just to like, cause like I will like press start streaming when when my schedule is like, oh, I have to stream now, and then like people come in and I just talk and we should like entertain, kind of just chill. But like I like got some people on that like I haven't talked to in a while, so like we were having really like a lot of fun and we are kind of just chilling all together and just like cracking a bunch of jokes. So like that's the kind of like VODs I would want to turn into videos. I wouldn't want to like make a video out of like a VOD that was like all right, you know?
Yeah.
Because like I feel like doing something like YouTube Shorts, for example, is a lot more achievable. Like YouTube Shorts or TikTok, for example, like just finding like 10-20 second clips that is fun and entertaining, that like demonstrates or like broadcasts like this is what my stream's kind of about, and like kind of like that, because VOD has a lot of content that isn't as exciting as you'd want it to be, sadly, like to just say. So I think I will be doing more shorts in the future than videos, but I will try to turn some of my VODs into videos in the near future.
Yeah. And I mean, I feel like with the current state of Twitch and, well, being a content creator who wants to turn their Twitch streams into YouTube videos, it's either you like completely plan out your entire stream and then turn that into a video, or you do what you do, which is completely viable as well. And a ton of people have done it before. And as much as people like to hate on shorts and TikTok sometimes, like when you have like a super long stream that, you know, you didn't plan out, you're playing like Valorant or whatever other games you play. I feel like you only play Valorant. Maybe I'm wrong. But like with stuff like that, you can't plan that out. You can't plan, well, you know, today is gonna be a good day. Today I'm gonna have a really entertaining Valorant game. But you can take like the little clips that you have that are very interesting or funny, or like, oh, look at this crazy shot that I hit or whatever, and turn that into like a short or a TikTok or both, you know, and just be like, hey guys, you know, if you want to see more of this, you know, check me out on Twitch. And actually a lot of like newer streamers have actually like they've actually grown because of that. I think Ryanabu or whatever, Dream SMP, gross. I'm kidding. No.
Wow. All right. And there's all the 14-year-olds. They're all gone. Okay.
Yeah, all the 14-year-olds are gone now.
You just lost your whole entire viewership.
There you go.
All right. Hey guys, since now it's everyone above 18, how's it going?
Hey, welcome to hello. Now we have our like good audience now. No, but
wow. Okay. I feel like this is directed at someone here.
maybe I don't include that.
No, you should. You should include that.
Gotta keep the boldness.
We're aiming for comedy here. Come on, you gotta include that.
Comedy gold right there. Okay, wait.
Yeah.
I have a question though. Okay, so with the YouTube Shorts thing, it's interesting. So I'm not a streamer, obviously, and I'm like sort of a content creator. I don't know if I would still consider myself in that category yet. That's another discussion.
You've only made one video.
Yeah, from like a user side, like it seems like when I'm watching, like I only watch YouTube Shorts. I don't have any of the other platforms. I only have YouTube. But when I'm watching the YouTube Shorts, it feels more like that's like the final product. Like people are streaming, and then it's like they're producing shorts, and that's like their final project. It sounds like you guys are talking more about using them like advertisements, right? Is that kind of like, do you guys view them like advertisements? Like, what is your goal with producing shorts?
Okay.
I mean, I'll let you go first, Vocal.
Okay, I can like tie this into one of my notes here. So like, I feel like shorts is very viable just because It's like 20, 30-second clips. So people don't have to watch like a 5, 10 minute video over a bunch of your clips. What you can also do is you can gather a bunch of shorts and you can post them as like individual things, and you can reach a certain audience, and then you can put those all together into a video that that audience would like see, that would be recommended by like algorithm wise. So like if they view your shorts, then your video would be recommended to them. So then they would look at either your shorts to go to your Twitch or your video to go to your Twitch. Because Twitch, like as of now, it's super hard to grow just off Twitch alone.
You can. I mean, you can, but like you can only get so far.
So it's
Yeah.
not the shorts aren't the final product. Then I guess is what I'm asking.
Yeah, no, they're
For some
not.
people. Some people.
For some people, yes, but usually it's those like terrible like Minecraft like shorts channels that nobody likes, except for like the people that like them for some reason.
Alright.
What?
Wow.
What?
Okay.
Nobody likes them except people that like them.
For some reason, you gotta remember that. You gotta remember that. For some reason, they do. No, but I would argue that shorts. I feel like shorts are. They don't necessarily have to be an advertisement, but they're usually never like this is the final product. It's either like Vocal was saying, like it's used to take your audience to a video. Like people will make shorts of their videos to attract people to that video, or you can use it as an advertisement for like your Twitch or like another account on a different platform. So I feel like shorts, in my opinion, are best used as advertisements for either a longer video or for like your Twitch stream, which they don't have to be used that way. And there are plenty of like TikTokers who TikTok is their main thing. But for me personally, that's how I would use shorts if I ever did touch it.
Interesting. And that's from like a streamer's point of view, I guess, to clarify.
Yeah.
Okay. I wonder, I don't know if you guys know very much about this either, but I wonder how like the monetization works for like people that just do shorts and stuff. Like, do you make ad revenue? Like,
well,
I mean, off of YouTube, I don't know.
Shorts. Vocal and I are both way too small, but I do know a bit to make money. But I do know a bit about shorts. Basically, shorts is just like YouTube, but you get less money.
So even less incentive to do it.
Yeah,
I mean,
so it's
shorts
still
different,
it's
though.
it's like
TikTok's
still
different.
the 1,000 subs. TikTok is different. I don't know anything about TikTok anymore. I used to care. I don't know.
Of know. It's like Twitch in a sense, where you post videos, you gain exposure, and then you become like a partner of sorts. You get verified. So like you can get verified to be advertised to more people off like recommended, like I don't know, like the For You page, I guess. You have more likely chance of being there if you're verified. But there's also like a TikTok like partner program, I'm pretty sure, where like you sign a contract and you can have like a certain percentage on how much you take, and like it's like an actual like business, which is kind of bad for TikTok because you're giving so much power in the hands of like 15, 16-year-olds, and you're giving them like away with your potential money, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah, yeah, they have like the partner program now for money. They used to just do it with live streams. People could give you money. I'd argue a lot of TikTokers though make most of their money from brand deals, but maybe I'm wrong. But I feel like the biggest thing is just brand deals.
Yeah, that sounds more like influencer contracts to me, right? Which I feel like is almost different than content creation, right? Like I feel like the people that get really big on like Instagram and like TikTok, like the social media platforms, that's what they're categorized more as influencers, right? And so at that point they get contracts for their influence, and they're making brand deals like you were just saying. That's kind of the bulk of their income is like brand deals and stuff, so that they can kind of share that. And I think a lot of influencers kind of end up going into making their own products and stuff just to kind of sell through various means. But that's interesting. I mean, it's different. It feels like it should be a different category than content creators, in my opinion, right? Because like peddling influence, peddling influence is different from actually creating something.
Yeah, because an influencer can sit down and take about 10 minutes to make like some random video on TikTok. And that's way different than somebody sitting down and creating an entire like 10-minute video on YouTube.
Which is
For
weird
an
because
audience.
the spheres overlap quite a bit, right?
Yeah.
I feel like they should be separate, but they overlap quite a bit, right? Because once you get these larger YouTubers and stuff, it's like they make a lot of money off of kind of really similar brand deals where it's like, hey, mention us in our video, do this ad read. At that point, they're paying for their influence. They're not paying for the content, right?
Mhm.
So it's interesting. I think the hard part about making those influencer style contracts is like you obviously have to be you have to have a large sphere of influence, right? So I don't know. I feel like there needs to be a better solution for smaller scale content creators, and ad revenue is kind of promising for that kind of stuff, but it's like the amount of money that you make off of ad revenue is so incredibly small for, smaller
Yeah.
viewerships.
I've actually made like 13 cents this month off
Wow.
of ad revenue.
Wow,
That's
that's
impressive.
crazy.
Yeah.
13
Really?
whole cents, dude?
Mm-hmm.
That's a quarter and 3 pennies.
That's
What?
I'm sorry,
Not
wait,
a quarter.
wait, no,
That's
it's a dime. That's a dime and 3.
Niece can't do math.
What do you mean
No.
a quarter's 10?
But I mean, I don't know. I feel like there needs to be like if I think about like a traditional job, right? You get paid for doing work. Like you show up to your job, you complete a task. That's what they're paying you a yearly salary for, right? If there was some sort of platform that was more, I don't want to say salary based, and it seems like Twitch is kind of the one that tried to do this, right? Where they're like, "Hey, we'll pay you this amount of money. All you got to do is stream a certain number of hours." It
Yeah.
seems like that's kind of the way that's more sustainable, especially for mid to small size creators, as opposed to like, relying on brand deals a lot.
Yeah.
I can kind of agree.
Yeah, it's definitely the way the partner program was working definitely benefited the medium sized partners more than the top dogs, and that's why most of them left.
I think like a platform like Stream Elements as like a second source, right? They help the smaller, like the small content creators. So like I don't know, Beast and I, for example,
Yep.
because you can get like sponsorships from Stream Elements, and it's kind of helpful because you can pick and choose of like what you would want and what would interest your viewers. And like
Remind me what Stream Elements is?
Stream Elements is kind of like it's like a second program that helps you run your Twitch. So like it's like Nightbot where it's like a moderator, but you can also do like commands, giveaways and all the other stuff and like view all your channel analytics.
You
and
can even do merch through it. So yeah, it's basically just like analytics, and then other ways to monetize. Like they have merch, and you could do chat commands and like you're saying, moderation and stuff.
It's basically like a manager just in a website.
Right. Okay. And then how are you saying you were talking about making money off of it, right?
Yeah, so like it can offer you programs like for like me personally, like I was offered uh kind of funny. I was offered a Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship.
I was offered that too.
Yeah, and then I also had a HelloFresh sponsorship I could have gotten. But like they have different requirements kind of to get paid. So like Raid Shadow Legends, you have to advertise for this many hours, and you have to send your viewers this link, and it's like your link, and they have to reach like a certain part of the game before your like deal runs out, and then you get paid. And like the amount of people changes how much you get, but like HelloFresh, I guess their requirements are very simple. It's kind of just like, hey, promote like us do this ad read like every hour for like 4 hours, which isn't that bad. So
yeah,
it was just like do that and then get subs. So like it's encouraging you to get more subs.
So the way these sponsors work is, since they're for like smaller creators, they're not necessarily geared toward like making you have the best experience, but like you get paid. So I
Unfortunately,
don't
to
know.
me, it sounds like that Raid Shadow Legends one. It sounds a lot like either like a pyramid scheme or like, old fashioned spam. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
basically like you get an affiliate link. People have to download the game with it, and then they have to make it a certain amount, and then you get paid for it.
I,
I
I
think
understand what it's saying, but like if you look back at like what traditional spam was, it was like these guys that were getting paid money to have certain number of clicks on these links, and so they would just make, they would steal databases of emails and they would just mass send out, emails to all kinds of people with these links in them and try and get them to click on it, usually through immoral means, like misleading the people, with what was in the emails and stuff. So it's like,
Yeah,
traditional spam, that's kind of what it was. And it sounds almost like Raid is like, hey, just start spamming our link out. And the more
actually,
people you get to click, the more money you get.
I just opened Stream Elements, and the sponsorship is called Raid Shadow Legends Referral Program.
Yeah.
That's literally what pyramid schemes call themselves without wanting to be called a pyramid scheme.
I think okay. I think Raid Shadow Legends sponsorship one of all the ones in, it's definitely the hardest. Like
Oh yeah,
it's definitely the hardest to get money out of it.
but that one's also for like anybody. So that's like kind of the
Yes.
point. It's like you could have 0 viewers and still do it. You probably wouldn't be able to get very far, but like
Yeah, you probably
could.
won't get paid.
you
but
probably won't get paid, but you could. So, like
Yeah.
it's definitely not in like the streamer's interest. But like if you want to make money, then I guess you can.
I don't know. It still feels to me like you're trying to peddle influence. I feel like there's just got to be a better way. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, get bigger.
Increase your sphere of influence so more people want to pay you for your sphere of influence.
That's basically how it is. It's like you'll never have like a fair like this is like mutually beneficial to both sides until you're like at a decent size. And even then, like you're saying, is that it just comes back to like brand deals, and more brand deals because for most content creators, advertisements and community support isn't enough to keep them like making enough
I
to
don't know.
sustainably live. So I think it definitely sucks that monetization hasn't come any farther than it has, but like right now it's just like brand deals, and more brand deals.
Basically just turning content creators into influencers, which I feel like they should be more separated, but who knows?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. If you look at like the top dogs, right? They're all like 50-50. They all do content, but they also always like do brand deals. So they go hand in hand, but I think it's like I feel like it's more of like two lines coming together. Because like if you look at content creators, the farther you go up, the more brand deals you'll do, but also the more content you produce. So like
Yeah.
it's definitely like a 50-50 the more you go up.
Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah,
don't know.
I don't know. It's unfortunate because I do. It's like it's basically just, and there are some creators who have the decency to not take brand deals that they don't support. Like they're like, I think this is a bad company, so I will not make money from them. But there are also other content creators who have a very impressionable audience who will be like, money is money, and this could be the worst thing for my audience, but I'll swear by it until I die.
I don't know. I don't think it's necessarily the job of the streamer to filter their content. I mean, obviously, if they're targeting like a younger audience, it's like they shouldn't be advertising stuff that's like for a mature audience. But other than that, like very basic filter, I don't think that it's like the streamer's problem, right? And I mean, obviously, if the streamer has a morality issue with the company, you don't want to support the company by giving them advertising through your, sphere of influence, right? But I don't think it's the job of the streamer to do that, right? Necessarily, because if they're at that point, they're just influencers, right? So it's like they're getting paid to tell you about something because everybody knows who they are.
But my point is like even with like Linus Tech Tips, their whole thing is that they won't like do ad reads of like products that they know suck. Or like this other streamer, this other YouTuber that I watch, I guess he's renamed to Senpai Gaming, but Harris Heller, he doesn't just do like sponsorships for stuff he doesn't support. According to him, you know, and I believe him because he's somebody that like I enjoy watching their content, so I kind of like trust in that they're telling the truth. I don't put my whole trust into them because I'm not stupid, but like I don't know. I feel like when you're at a position, because as much as you say that content creators and influencers you feel like they shouldn't exist in the same plane, the reality is that they do, and you are able to influence your audience as a content creator.
Well, I think you get to that point, like Vocal was saying, once you hit a certain size. So it's like, you know, they intersect, and that's fine. And I think that these large scale content creators should be allowed to take brand deals, and you know, they should have people paying them for their influence. And obviously, you know, like you were saying, being conscientious of what they're supporting and whatnot. I don't think though. I think when people say that content creators are selling out because they take an advertisement, I'm like, okay, like calm down. It's like they're getting paid. You know they're getting paid because they tell you they're getting paid to say those things.
It's actually illegal to not tell you that they're getting paid.
Exactly. So I think that's all fine. But I think more what I'm concerned is like these smaller folks that want to make it right. Because like right now, the only way to become a successful, you know, content creator is to basically get famous. Which it's like getting famous is not necessarily merit based, right? I mean, to some extent it is, but a lot of it is very, you know, chance based.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just the thing about, I hate saying this, but this industry is I guess it technically is. It feels weird calling it an industry.
I mean, it really is. And it's popped up
really
very recently. So I hope some of this stuff kind of gets worked out as we continue to move forwards.
Yeah.
Obviously, there's a lot of stuff changing right now, but that's just like, that's the big problem. And I've heard a lot of other people complain about it too. So it's like, obviously, I'm not the only person that's paying attention to this. But just especially for like, you know, you smaller guys that are trying to, you know, you're messing around, yes, but also at the same time it'd be cool if you could get paid for the work that you're putting in. Like,
yeah. It would be nice for even with our small audience. Although at some point you're just too small to really get paid for anything. And I think the thing with Twitch though, and I don't know if we talked about this on the podcast, but I know your opinion on this is that like they have done a great job at allowing the little guys to monetize, even if it's not a lot, because like technically you get paid with ads, technically,
even if it's like 100th of a cent. But
yeah, also, and you also have the opportunity to make money through your audience. Now it's nothing crazy like actually getting a sponsorship or like making more from your audience as the partners do with the 70-30 split, while affiliates have the 50-50 split. That's the earnings, by the way, for those of you who are listening who don't know.
I feel like community support is not the answer.
It's not the answer, but what else is Twitch gonna do? Because at that point, they're just throwing money away to people who are way too small to really contribute anything.
I feel like they should fix their like recommendations. I feel like you should like be able to set an option to like not be recommended streamers that are like, I don't know, like really big and famous Twitch partners, like averaging like 1,000 plus viewers every stream, right? I feel like it's really hard to grow when you have these like people who are literally like broadcasting to more viewers than games itself. Like Tarek, for example, he can average like 150,000 people.
Average?
When watching like watch parties of Valorant, right? So like VCT watch parties, he has sometimes double the amount that Valorant the Twitch channel itself has at that time.
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
And that's one thing, and I don't know if there's necessarily a solution to this, but also like if you like go onto a category, you can search from views low to high, but like there's like no way to distinguish between some dude who sits there silently and just like stares at his screen with 0 viewers versus somebody who's like genuinely trying and like wants to make like actually interesting content sitting there with like 0 to 1 viewers. And I guess we're getting back to the fact that Twitch just has the worst discoverability.
I think
Absolutely despisable. It's
I think
awful.
to Vocal's point, it makes sense from a business perspective to advertise their top dogs, as you guys have been calling them, just because it's like, you pay a bunch of money to these people in a contract. Like, okay, now, right, we got to get our return on our investment here. Let's push people to go watch them, so that they get the ads watching the channel and the click through and stuff. And it's like, hopefully, I think the idea with serving that type of content is it's like, okay, it's proven that this streamer has user engagement. So if we get the right people connected to him, they're going to engage. And, suddenly we're going to have more people seeing ads. We're going to have more people that are donating bits. And it's like, that's how we as a business get to make money. So it's like, I can definitely understand why they're advertising their big people, even if it is painfully unfortunate for a lot of the smaller creators, right? Especially those people that are in like, the tens to the hundreds of viewers, right?
Yeah.
It's like, you just kind of have no shot of growing at that point, because it's like, obviously you're not going to get found by sorting from lowest to highest viewers. And you're also just like, you're never getting served because you're not one of the big guys,
I mean, I think they've been getting better because with now like tags, right? They used to be like only these tags that Twitch allows, but now you can add kind of like your own tags. And there's a lot more, and it's very open now, and I'm pretty sure you can like recommend like a tag to add to like official like Twitch's like recognizes this. So like I don't know, I guess VTubers for example, right? You can search through VTubers and only VTubers just to find people who are more like you and who you'd be interested in. And I feel like they're trying to push in the right direction, but they just have to fix something. I don't like it's hard to pinpoint,
needs more tuning.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think though, like they are definitely slowly but surely going in the right way. But with the way Twitch has been acting, I personally don't believe that they'll ever really fix their platform.
I don't know. I think we talked about this a little bit, that we kind of think that they might be in the end game. But like, if they can kind of find this middle ground where it's like, they're no longer the streaming platform, right? If you want to go watch a big guy, you go on YouTube and watch them there. But at the same time, if they can keep this space of like the mid to small streamers, right? If they can kind of keep that space, and if they can up their discoverability game, right? Like the tags idea is definitely interesting to me, and I've never thought about them like that. It's like I've seen tags on YouTube and stuff, and it's like I've never used them when searching before because I've never thought about it like that. The interface is not that intuitive. But like, if they can kind of find a spot for themselves in this kind of mid to smaller content creator space, it's like that may be a viable business model. And it may not, they may not pull enough money in ads and like, brand deals and stuff. They may not pull enough money in that space to actually stay as a business. But I think with Amazon being the parent company that owns them, it's like if they just kind of float around and they sort of make some money, but it's like it ends up being a good thing for smaller creators. Well, I guess actually, being that Amazon is the corporation that owns them, they have to be making money. So they may not actually land up in that space. But, in an optimistic world, it would be cool to see that they just kind of stuck around just for the smaller to mid-sized creators and kind of let the big stuff float over to YouTube.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing is that they may feel like they're in the end game, but they don't have to die out or whatever. But the fact that they're owned by Amazon, like if Twitch was still owned by whoever owned Twitch first, I don't know. I feel like they wouldn't be so worried about completely. I mean, like no company wants to go from being super popular to like having like basically nobody that they used to have that made them super popular. But like the fact that Amazon owns them now, I don't feel like it's possible to end up in that space. Versus if Amazon didn't own them, they'd probably at least just try to stick around and hang out for as long as they could.
Yeah, I think the scarier part is the indicators, kind of with the business decisions they're making. And if people in the audience are curious about that, they should go check out Senpai Gaming's video on it. He does a very good job talking about some of their stuff, some of their decisions that they're making. But we're getting long on time here. Vocal, what are your future plans?
I mean, I guess for streaming wise, I'm trying to just find more passion for it. Because like I really enjoy streaming and I enjoy like interacting with people and making their day better. So I'm just trying to find more passion. I'm trying to do more collabs with people who like have similar audiences and like brands. Like YouTube Shorts, as I mentioned earlier, trying to edit more, keyword trying and experimenting, and just like getting better equipment to improve stream quality for everyone.
Yeah, it's a slow ride. I think it's interesting that you're talking about doing collabs to kind of help you grow. That's where I found some of my favorite streamers is by, seeing them appear on somebody else that I watch's channel. So it's just like, especially if it's people that are similar to you, people that you can be friends with, like that's naturally going to lend itself to people in their audience kind of enjoying being around both of you. It's like the beauty of that is it's like you can be good friends with somebody and be totally different, much like Nyx and myself.
Yep.
Yeah.
Although I think we're more alike than you think we are.
I mean,
No, we are. It's just, I think being, I don't know. Sometimes I think our backgrounds definitely make us have very different opinions on things, and that's always interesting because a lot of the people I've more traditionally like become close friends with, it's been more like people that share a lot of the same opinions as me because we've had kind of similar upbringings. Anyway,
Yeah.
topic for another day.
Mm-hmm.
Next episode, I'm gonna be on it because you guys love me so much.
We'll see how this one goes first, Vocal. All right. Listen,
That's right.
listen,
Okay, I guess
you're banned, but you could get unbanned. All right. So it's not like you're not banned yet. You're already banned, but the unban button is there.
All right, everyone, make this the best episode ever, and then he'll unban me, and then I'll be back on next episode.
We left a little section. We left a little section in here for ourselves too to give updates. We've been doing this at the beginning, but we're shuffling it around to the end to kind of make the beginning a little faster paced.
So that nobody can watch it. No one will hear our updates.
That's right. Only the people that care make it this far.
Yeah, all the 18-year-olds. What's up?
What's up, 18-year-olds?
What's up, all the 18-plus-year-olds?
18 plus. That sounds so bad.
The best audience.
Okay.
Sounds so bad.
This is going in a different direction, East.
Anyways,
What
No, speed it up. Come on.
Projects for us. We already name dropped. We're working on a backdrop. We want to kind of make a actual video podcast, which is gonna make things complicated. I realized for recording because we're doing this late at night on a random night. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. It's 2 a.m.
We'll just have to stop. We'll just have to stop doing it on a random night.
That's right. What else? For me, I don't know if I'm ever gonna shoot another video or not, but I got some repair projects. I'm probably going to I have to replace the charge jack and the battery in my phone, and I might tape it and like edit it and throw it up. I don't know.
Tape it?
Tape it. Yep. You heard me.
You're gonna stick with that? You're gonna stick with that? Oh, okay.
I'm standing by that.
All right.
Anyway, Nyx, what have you got in the pipe?
Maybe I'll give YouTube Shorts or TikTok a shot because I want to fix this guitar still that we haven't done, and it's been 2 episodes now about us saying we're gonna do it. We talked about it in episode 3. This is episode 5, and it's not done yet. But I would like to get that done, and then I don't feel like it warrants a whole video, so maybe I'll try to make some I cannot speak. Some short form content.
That's interesting. I didn't think about that. It may be interesting to draft up a little short. I've definitely seen shorts like that where people are like, I bought a broken ... All I did was replace this part, and this part. Now I got a working ... for this price.
Yep.
That feels like a working business model right there.
I am a businessman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Vocal. Before Ben ends the podcast, and I'll let him end it. I'll let him end it, or else he will kill me.
My ending privileges haven't been revoked yet.
Oh, yeah,
They're still there.
okay.
But before Ben ends the podcast, where can everybody find you?
Well, I'll say this for future Beast. Link in the description, twitch.tv/VocalError, and then YouTube is just VocalError. Have one video up. I'll try to post more, I promise.
All right, and
As
both of
me and Yeast have
those
been saying for 3 episodes now, we'll post more videos, we promise.
and both of those will be in the description below our channels.
All right.
I'm kidding. They'll be above. I'm nice.
Top description.
Top of the description.
Any parting words?
Farewell. Thanks for having me.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. I'll hopefully be on more episodes in the future.
And I want to thank you so much, Kanye Midwest,
Kanye Midwest.
for being on the show.
Yeah,
It was such an honor.
I can invite Kanye West next time.
Dude, you know him? Okay, dude,
Yeah.
On that solid note, thanks everybody for listening or watching. If you decided to stop by the video podcast, we don't actually have any video of us, but you get to see a fancy animation that Nyx spends lots of time making. So if you do decide to watch
once,
you made it, and now you have to run the audio through the processor.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Anyway, if you do watch it on YouTube, please leave a like. That helps us out. And if you're not already, subscribe. Downloading the podcast also helps. So if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Music, give it an old download. I think we were talking about you can rate 5 stars. We're a 5-star podcast, 5 stars only.
Yeah, also,
if you're gonna rate anything else, just don't.
You don't have to download the podcast, guys. A download is just when you click play and doesn't know anything.
I thought it was actually a download. I don't know. Anyway, thanks everybody for listening.
Just play and download.
Yeah, download it and then delete it again because nobody has space on their phones for that. Yeah. Thanks everybody for listening. We'll catch you again next week.